Hello, Flip. Welcome to stream. Sorry, I can't focus. I have so many sounds going on right now. Um, but hi. Um, uh, okay, there we go. Everything is turned on now. Welcome to the stream. Today I will be finishing this trial. I am not gonna get sidetracked by playing a game with friends. I almost said playing a different friend with games. That does not make any sense. But I will be finishing this. No one will distract me unless somebody joins VC and I end up getting distracted. But I won't let that happen. So please, you can join VC, but don't distract me. So yeah, I'm gonna continue this. Last time we figured out, oh yeah, Gumshoe gone to an accident or whatever, and the stakes are very high right now. We got D Killer on the stand, even though he was literally a walkie-talkie because he did not want to get his location found out, which I guess makes sense because he is an assassin. Maya's still kidnapped, but we think we know her location, and people are searching for Maya right now. And everything is a mess. Even Edgeworth is trying to prolong this trial, and we don't know how much longer we can prolong this trial. Because Maya needs to be found before we can do anything. Because, of course, she is kidnapped and could die, I guess. Everything has to be on the line. So yeah, that's what's going on so far. We pretty much know our defendant is I think we know that our defendant is probably the what's it called? Client of the assassin, because we don't know who else it would be. So yeah, love this. Now, honestly, I forgot to do something. I forgot to change the game scene. So, oh wait, never mind. I guess I didn't need to. Wow. Okay then. That's fine, I guess. Okay. Let's continue. Yeah. Yeah. Hope for the best in their face. Okay, this is him. I forgot I ended halfway through the thing. So yeah. Lovely. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight. That is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. That sentence did not make sense until I thought about it. And now it does. while pretending to be the first person. Okay, yeah. I just need to press everything. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan your alibi too. No, I already told you I have no intention of using your services ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Oh my gosh. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Wow, even Edgeworth said that's odd. So I probably had to present something there. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. Now why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Engarde. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill. That is all. And to leave my business card behind naturally. The business card is my client's may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. Okay. And that's all you have to testify? Yes. And I pray that I will never be called to stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No. I'm fine. Really. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that that'll be very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. The one thing I know for sure is that I can't let this trial end yet. God. Yes, it's tampering with the scene. Client did frame another crime while pretending to be the first person. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning, but even more appalling was creation planting. This act is what I was referring to. Which one was it? Was it this one? I think it was this one, but what would I present? That doesn't... Anything I present right now, I feel like would get dirt on my own, like, defendant, and I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what to do. Because I never do. Whoa, where are we at right now? Already knew from the very beginning. Oh! 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 That makes so much sense. Okay. I'm supposed to present this. Objection! Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. D. Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Han Corrida had been murdered. But how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. D. Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought. Bruh. Box. Flip is busy right now. Flip is busy. Like, you don't need to call him, like, consistently. Like, geez. But hi, Box. Welcome to the stream. I like how you came to the stream. Well, he's busy. That's why he's not saying anything to you, because he's busy. He's busy doing stuff right now, okay? I know that. And I'm telling you right now. So you know not to call him. See? Solving issues. We are solving issues. Well, sometimes he doesn't like messaging when he's busy. Yeah, I understand. I understand you'd like at least a busy, but like, you know, sometimes when you're really busy, you just don't even think about it. You know? Don't even think about it. So, calm down. Calm down. I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not very important point anyway, correct? Afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if D. Killer figures out what you're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items D. Killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Oh my god, how long does it take for it to get here? I get that gumshoe gone in an accident, but does it really take this long? Jeez. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. What am I to cross-examine here? Let's press on everything! 1 week ago. Are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations. And I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time. Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear. My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. You must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all. That's correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would have known where that bear figure... I would have not known where that big bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Very important. The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is... the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. Whoops. A little too hard there, I guess. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was that with that brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Shoot, is it? Is it important? I don't know, now I'm second guessing myself. I'm second guessing myself. Was it important? Because I don't want to like lose points. Is it important? Press further. It was not important. It was very important. I had to choose both those. It was not important. Why he meets his clients is not important. And that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my question. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was the only thing through talking with him, face to face, that I began to trust him. Oh! He just slipped major right now. That's what I thought. I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important. It was very important. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got it. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. Damn, he slipped up real hard there. But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct? What do you mean? Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right? Well, yes. I suppose you are correct. So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? Do I need to present something? Oh yeah, that makes sense. I do need to present something. Maybe the fact that, I don't know, Adrian Andrews is a woman. So let's present the woman. Where is she? Intelligent woman. Let's present woman. Objection! I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. Because she is a woman. What? Shelley D. Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up about her. So what is the issue? What did you just say now? About her? If you have ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you she is a woman. Oh! Order at the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Are you calling out transphobia? Oh, God. This witness testified to the following. That he always meets his clients face-to-face with his client. He always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. D. Killer's client could have not been Miss Adrian Andrews. He's oiling right now. I don't even know what that was. Was that oil? Like, what was that? What? Battery acid? Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? He is sweating battery acid from the walkie-talkie with how nervous he is. Damn. Like, I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. I see, yes. Unluckily for Mr. D. Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andrews' gender. Like that would matter anyways. He could have just said gender-neutral terms, but we don't need to talk about that right now. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley D. Killer, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just gonna spit out more lies. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Yes. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been a few times when I took a job without having met my client. Such a liar. The request was just for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you took this job through a letter. Didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he's definitely lying. I mean, yeah. I mean, what else would he be doing? I mean, he is an assassin. I mean, that's all he does is lie, isn't it? Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Damn. So much tension between them. They just need to get a room or something. I don't know. Like, as long as he's across from me. Only him. Then I'm fine at the end of the day. Bro. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Okay. Lovely. Gosh. I guess let's press on everything. I'm so good at pressing. For no reason. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come on now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. D. Killer met with his client? Oh, no, I don't. I don't think so. No, I don't have any proof. I don't. What would I have proof? I don't have any. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. And your line of questioning was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. That was actually kind of funny, but like, it's... Okay. But we already know he's lying. What am I gonna get out of that quest? Let's press. 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his button the wrong way and he got mad. Let's push further. Yeah. Whether or not they're relating to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. Gosh. Okay. The walkie-talkie is steaming now. Steaming walkie-talkie. And should you turn out to be one... What? Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? I don't know. I guess. I mean, what else do we have to lose? Our life? I mean... What are we gonna do without Maya anyways? Let's press further. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If that's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Korida's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish. I found this figurine at Mr. Angarde's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Angarde, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
There has to be a contradiction somewhere. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Okay. No objections right now. Because I think I was supposed to present, actually. Probably should present the bear. Objection! Shelly the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item?
I see where you're going.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. I was going to burn it. If even for a single minute this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Damn. Order, order, order. So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means? It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh. Order, order, order! Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not. That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. Hold it. No, please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, she'll... God. The prosecution, They're both freaking out. I like how like Phoenix gives like Edgeworth a look, and Edgeworth's like, oh god, this is horrible. Oh no. What has come over everyone? Even you are. The prosecution rests. What is he going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. D. Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelly D. Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Garde, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder? The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Garde, to the stand. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I
can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Oh, God. Why? Why my hands?
Dude, did that old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Ingarde.
What an atrocious lawyer. I have giving up his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap. It's just an atrocious. It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? God, I hate this guy. Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, fucking hell. Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, God. Poor no. Better get. Oh, that's what Maya said to me last. That's what she wrote to me. That's what she wrote. How can I go against her word even if she's gonna die? Should I really kill her? But if I did that, Maya will die. This is so intense. Why? But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Madangarde, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's going to say what I want, aren't you?
Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. No, I hate listening to my heart. My client, Madangarde, is... Oh, God. What do I actually pick? Oh, God. No. I have to follow justice. I know. It's what Maya told me. Even if she's gonna die, I mean, I have to follow justice. He's a horrible person. He's mean to people. He hires somebody to murder somebody, and he even like caused someone to end themselves. He's a horrible person. But Maya though, what if she actually does die? Guilty. Okay. So intense. Why?
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Madangarde, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry.
Matt Angarde is...
She came! She came! Francisca von Karma! Bro, you got shot in the shoulder and you still made it to court. Just like your father, it runs in your blood, I guess. You say now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. A Von Karma is perfect in every way.
The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine and his injuries are minor. All the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is.
That's Gumshoe's. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in.
I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
What are the pieces? I'm so curious to know what they are.
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What? Flip, I already explained to Box that you were busy, okay? So it's totally fine. Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court.
Oh.
Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by D. Killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? No, I don't remember there being a gunshot. Oh gosh, I don't know. I guess I'll just question for more details. For all of them, why not? Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case. At least with me. That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. Totally forgot about that for a second. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as sort of a memento. A memento. Who does that? Oh yes, I got shot in the shoulder. So I'm gonna keep it as a memento. I guess he is on trial, so maybe you would do that. I don't know. Sure, it'll be an excellent sample for the test. So, that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from Engarde's mansion. Let's see. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelly the Killer is no ordinary man.
Okay.
The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There is a button missing on this uniform.
A button.
It is a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
No way. Wait.
Is that a different button? Maybe? I don't know. That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure we were under normal circumstances. These items from Shelly D. Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is, who is the client?
That is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Hold it! Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first. Making Garde wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Engarde himself wishes to be convicted, then he'll let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking for me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Engarde. If the killer were to no longer think of Engarde as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his client above all else. I know both these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side. Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence.
I bribe the guy. I bribe what's his face? Shelly D. Killer to end his contract by giving him his items back so he doesn't get caught. Oh my god, perfect idea, you guys. Perfect idea. Then no people die. Have I not thought about this before? This is perfect evidence for that. This is perfect evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there's one person who is yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
Objection! Oh god. What did she just say to me? I forgot everything. I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want us to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I'll grant you one chance.
One chance?
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
Objection! That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try.
One try, that is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Yes, that is really hard to remember right now. Think, Phoenix, think! Yes! I can't think right now. I really can't. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Engarde down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think I really want that. So, yeah, I think it is Shelly the Killer. What else would it be? That is what I'm hoping for. I'll blackmail him. I'll blackmail him. Because he needs it.
I see. And now, tell this court one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
Probably the tape. I mean, I don't think... Because he said he wanted it. He tried to get it back.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
Alright, it looks like I've managed to convince him. Yes, we're blackmailing. We're blackmailing the assassin. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know what the contents of this... Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. I'm scared. What's on the tape? So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted that a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
And that was so they could film you.
I had no idea.
Mr. Wright,
Why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
why did Matt and Garde film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They... wanted to blackmail you? Has to. I mean, what else would it be? Blackmail? It has to be blackmail. Yeah, I think it has to be blackmail. That's the only, like, most reasonable, quote-unquote, one. Most logical one, I guess. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. I'm no weakling, I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. Oh, come now. Aren't above blackmail. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly D. Killer?
Oh.
He is breaking apart.
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them, aka a manipulator, to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness.
Yes?
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if the traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
What's with the red? So creepy, this man. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright.
Yes?
My contract with my client is over, as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. Will now return to your precious item. What the?
Oh, what the? I'm not an item. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I actually am I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Ah! Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Mr. Engarde, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You'll finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video.
Help me.
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is that all right with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Play it whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Played guilty. I don't want to put her in jail. Madam Garden, even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self, guilty. Even if I got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore.
No!
Oh my god, that man's crazy. He's literally insane. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt Engarde? I have left Mr. Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society and for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. He was kind of mean.
Not gonna lie.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. She actually smiled. This is the first time I've ever seen her smile.
Oh my god.
I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
I love this song. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
March 23rd, 5:14 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. You're great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you knock on your client off. You've got them a guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear. Oh yeah, we're just remembering. Yeah, we're just remembering. That's memory.
Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Right. Edgeworth. I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really? Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Wright? Mr. Edgeworth, right?
Yes, she is quite safe. She is on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier, thanks.
Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you?
Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for my guilty verdicts. Oh, this song. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that.
And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. Yeah, because you guys love each other. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. I swear to speak. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
Humph! As well as you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. It was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. I'm just remembering the photography assignment that I have to do because clarity is my word. It'd be funny if I just took a picture. It'd be funny. Like, I would actually do that, but like, it would be hilarious. Like, I won't.
What foolish nonsense!
We prosecutors use everything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so... Objection! Oh, wait, that's just the memory. No matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
Doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
The truth?
Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on the victory, who ran away into the night.
Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over.
Francisco threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again.
I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay.
Nick!
Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Oh, they're a happy family! Look at how cute that is! Oh my god.
Oh, Nick! I knew you would come through! You got Encardi convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. I knew you would never... You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over now, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're all right.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Heh. Alright, I think it's time we go out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick, food! Grub, chow, I'm starved! I'm so hungry, even you look like nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edward, please!
If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food!
Someone's hungry. I mean, I guess she was kidnapped for multiple days. I guess it makes sense. March 23rd, 7:38 p.m. Gatewater Hotel lobby. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe! Are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him?
I did it again, city boy.
Hey,
I did it again, city boy.
How the fuck does she sound? I don't remember how to give her a southern accent, and I don't remember how to do a southern accent anymore.
You did?
Yeah! Yeah! What do I say? Okay, I need to remember how to...
You did it again, city boy.
I don't remember how to do it.
Felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. I ain't joking.
Yeah, I was more excited than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks.
Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now, everyone gather round. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective. Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have been a very different ending. Well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item?
Ah, come on, y'all. It's over.
Bah, oh boy, I tell you. You really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment with you. Huh?
You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So, to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
Sounds like you had it rough, gal.
So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. There wasn't anything important anyways. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. That's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. Can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I've had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just wanted to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anybody should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone are enough here. Let's just get in bed already. Just kidding. I wonder if there's anything I could give him to express how I feel. What the heck? What would I give him? How would I give him? This, probably? Probably this. Let's give him this. I think it's this, though. I don't know. I don't know. What if I present this? What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya?
Yes, Pearly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean?
Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on this bill. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Damn. Huh? What? Oh my god. Actually, I'd reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Huh? What am I paying for? I don't have that much money.
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then, if you say so. Objection! I love this game. And now I need to move on to the next game. Oh, it's so hot in my room. Should I move on to the next game tonight? Really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I finally feel like I've been living on edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? Feel like a pro. Should not be happy about that, Maya. I love this game. Okay. I'll just let the credits roll, I guess. You know, it's fun seeing the characters. She's always shipping us together. She's always shipping us. Pearls, always shipping. Oh, can't get enough. Which is kind of weird because it's like they do. Maya was a child when we first met, so like, oh, weird. Oh, goodness. Should I play the next game? Should I play the next game? I have another game in this trilogy. Should I do it? I wonder if I should. If anyone's in the chat, I need your help. I need to know if I should play the next game or if I should end it. End the stream. Oh, I don't know. Thinking I probably will play the next game. Oh, I hate that guy. Oh, God, that guy's so gross. Should I play the next game? Probably. I don't want to play at least the first trial. Which is probably going to be like the introduction one. So... Oh, that guy. I remember that guy. It's a bit crazy. Oh yeah, I remember. She's literally a child and like all the adults like have a crush on her and it's like really weird and I did not like that case like at all. I hated that case. Yeah. That was a bad case. That did not seem very good. I'm waiting for the credits to roll so I can play the new game. Play the new game. To play the new game. Oh my god, come on. Move. Move. I have so many more games to get through. Oh, March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International departures, Gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca? How did you know I was here? With this? That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from D Killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? Seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be a Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failures such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be the one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. And you have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you?
I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You're going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right?
Humph!
Today, you chased after me, after I have left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
I'm Franziska von Karma. I don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So, you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. I think she's actually saying that. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. That is so... Oh my god. Oh! That's actually so adorable. Oh my god. That's what Maya drew. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I love that. That was so good. And there's still another game. The trilogy. Huh. Should I start the new game? Maybe. Let's see. Pictures. Here, wait. I want to do something. I want to do something I've never done before. I want to see if anyone's even going to do it, but no, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. I have a poll. If you want to vote, you can. If you don't, I have an option in the poll for you to vote. I feel like I know what, like, yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I'll see if anyone votes. I have a poll. It's 2 minutes long. You have 2 minutes to vote for something. You have to vote right now. I don't even know if anyone's there, to be fully honest. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna wait. Nobody votes, then I'll make the decision. I am waiting. I wait. I wait. It looks like nobody is gonna be voting. So, I guess I'll make the decision. And I'm making the decision. Let me look at the time. How long have I been streaming for? How long have I been streaming for? Nobody won. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, why am I not like... Here it is. 2 hours. Okay. I could go for longer. I can go for longer. Which means we are doing the third game. Can't believe it. We're doing trials. Wait, is it trials? Yeah. I think so, right? So, yeah, 2004, yeah. Okay. Turnabout memories. Okay. We're starting off here. Isn't this a long case? I don't know. I bet. How did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about her. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. It wasn't me. I didn't. I didn't do it. Five years earlier, Mia Fey's second trial. April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Phew, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Miss Grossberg, good morning. Oh, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I am relaxed. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have. I think.
Oh dear. In any case, don't let your client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client.
Good morning there, everyone. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just wanted to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, I'll be fine. No problem. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Wright? Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right. Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please let go my shirt. That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client and for myself. April 11th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2.
Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? Wasn't that him standing there right next to you?
Yes, well...
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this?
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well, well, well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with the summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
Is that a... something.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Stewards discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts his photo into the record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity?
That sounds like a really weird word.
Is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I'm a gentle man, if you will.
A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
Oh, perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least this much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now, see here. The details of the case are filed under the court's record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
Ah, the course record. I think I can see that by pressing tab.
All the weapons you need can be found in the court's record. Take a good, hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the best of me. The court record. Okay. Let's just take a look. I just pressed tab here.
Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Electrocution? Yeah. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock, in other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That's Winston Payne for you.
He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift.
Thank you for the poop star. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a good day today. Been playing as attorney. I finished the second game and now I'm on to the third game in the trilogy. So that is what I'm doing. Oh, that's nice. Drawing. I like drawing. I don't draw a lot, but yeah.
I don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know.
I think I did the wrong voice, but whatever.
Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
Oh, no need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need, then show it to the old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg?
Bye, Star.
Try to set a better example for the young lady.
Yeah, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You could toggle between profiles and evidence with tab. So, be sure to go over it all.
Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright, the victim?
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
Oh, he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like how he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call up your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye?
It's fine, after all. Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objections. Or no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect.
Oh, no. No, he means what did you do before you were arrested?
Oh, I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are a suspect in the death of your fellow student.
But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was.
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor. I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find the body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. Never even talked to that suck-up British wannabe.
I see. So you hardly knew the victim. Right, like I said, I'm not a killer.
Whew. Looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive.
You're being naive, don't you? Too naive.
Huh?
It seems you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
He's right. He's right. It's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he's your client, in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie, a contradiction?
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye.
Please, Mr. Wright. Tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place was something. The place where something happened anyways.
Objection! Something! You can't hide what happened! We have photographic evidence!
Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
A coincidence, huh?
You say you found the body, so who called the police?
Achoo! Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
What? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I... So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no, that is, I mean... So, which is it? Did you know him or not? Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Now see here! You can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day.
Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard that he used to date Dolly.
Who is this Dolly person?
Ah yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Ah, young love, so bittersweet.
But that's not all I knew about him. But that's all I knew about him. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a suck-up British wannabe? Achoo! Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not the killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well... Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. It's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
May I ask you something, Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor? What is it now?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow.
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Yeah, there's a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg.
Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean.
Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage this on your own from now on?
1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You mustn't try to bite off more than you could chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia. One more time, from the beginning of this testimony. Objection! Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure it was right there on his back.
Miss Fay, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute! He was wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that really is the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Sorry. Just vibing to the music. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me.
Mia, you've made our client cry.
Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for a phoenix anyways. Can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
Hee hee hee. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh, did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
What's the medicine that you took over the counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Hee hee hee. Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. You lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene.
Oh, what's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X.
Objection! Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
Objection! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work.
There's no doubt to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his pocket, in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept them into the record.
Oh gosh. This is not looking very good. I'm going to jail.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased to function when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids.
Does he really need to talk about his hemorrhoids so much? This is like really... The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind the building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 we split up. Then later I went back and found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is?
My It's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart.
What? What was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So, it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
What was it, Mr. Swallow, who indicated... Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Let me look at the court record.
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist, I see.
Gotta admit, I was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's when the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments. Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, looks like he's right about the time anyway.
Witness, let's go on with your testimony.
I'm gonna press for the other one. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right. They sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables. Yeah, there were electrical poles all set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. So what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime? Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. If you say you went back... yeah. That's when I found the body. Yes, but when did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right. I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. Guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does it have to do with anything? Can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor.
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? I could somehow establish how it was done. Maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Your Honor.
Yes, Miss Fay?
I believe that we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now. We should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Humph. Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Fay, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What? But there is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fay, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
Well, naturally. It's right here.
That's... What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then the high voltage cable?
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high-voltage cable. However, I want to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable is a murder weapon. As a murder weapon was the defendant.
How?
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints. You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean...
Yes, it's quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Order! That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick in the fork for us, right on.
Mr. Grossberg?
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor.
At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case.
Hold it!
Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
But I can't.
I can't just... Wait, why am I saying it like that? But I can't just say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye. No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I'll represent you to the very end.
Objection! We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute. Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright? I'll tell you what really happened.
Objection!
But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further... I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. It's my fault that Doug Swallow is dead. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. But where did the wire come from?
What you just said, was that the truth?
Yes. I was afraid if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
Please. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. I'll be okay, won't I, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. Still can't believe it. You really did push the victim.
It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
The time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Right from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. There happened something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true, even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Miss Faye. Let me warn you right now, if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without any further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Yep.
Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
Oh boy. You're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it is already. Anyway, after he said that, I just... Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right. There was nothing like that at all.
But is it possible that you merely overlooked it?
Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like a cheap asphalt.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like snap. You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
Objection! You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? Sound like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been... Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us! When I pushed him, he dropped an umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of He fell right on top of it and broke it. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, huh? Did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail. Kind of like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Faye.
What do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Well... Let me look at my court record. Yeah, because the umbrella is literally nowhere near him. So how did that happen? This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
Ha, how perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella, and you are certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? The umbrella, you mean? Yeah, well, you see I was wearing the sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Oof! My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
Ah, I'm so sorry.
Can you continue on with your testimony, witness?
Objection! Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell, in other words. After he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No!
Order, order, order. The victim, he moved?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, how could a push kill you? Come on.
Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo. Where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want it presented as evidence immediately.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
Objection! According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella.
There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
I know this matter of the umbrellas seems relatively trivial. But, as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render a final judgment.
No! No!
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defense testimony.
Well done, Mia.
Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess. You have another witness.
Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly.
I do, Your Honor. The defense's very own...
Hello, anime lover Dan. I was hoping to end before you would end, but I ended up starting the next game in the first trilogy. But welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good stream. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I decided to start the first trial of Trials and Tribulations. Hi, Mizuki. Have you been here the whole time? Hi, Nyx. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay. Everyone's just joining stream now, I guess. Oh, what happened? Thank you, the meme. Damim. I'm sorry, I'm bad at saying things. For following. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the stream whenever I start doing the stream again. Do something I don't do. Also, posture check. I know, I've been posture check all day. I've been having recently, like for the past week, I've been literally having like a horrible like back pains. Nice, anime lover Dan. Game 3, Chapter 2. I'm doing Game 3, Chapter 1. So. Oh, okay, Mizuki. Yeah, I was just wondering. I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, because he kind of just appeared out of nowhere. I mean... So, yeah, I wanted to finish off the trial part tonight, but I got sleepy, so I ended early. Okay. Because I really wanted to, like, get through, like, maybe, like, the first part of this, and then, like, end stream, and then raid you, because you raided me. But now you raided me again. Now I'm gonna need to do this again. I'm gonna need to figure out how to end earlier and do it again. But thank you for joining the stream, even if you're kind of tired. Today was also a tiring day. I almost fell asleep in my history class because it's literally like a dark room and she just talks and talks and I don't really pay attention in class. So then I was like almost about to fall asleep. I actually was starting to doze, actually. Let's see. Just peeking at the chat, I missed a few streams, so I have no idea what's going on with the game. Well, I haven't been streaming super consistently, so I don't really blame you. The last time I streamed was the 20th of September, and now it's October 2nd? October 2nd, you guys? It's already October? Like, bruh. So yeah. I don't know what... Oh, what's a raid IOU game check? I don't even know what that means. I know, I love Spooky Month, and I literally haven't even decorated anything. I haven't decorated my room, haven't decorated anything. Like, I've been lacking. I've been slacking. Not lacking, slacking, that's the word. I've been slacking. I don't even have a, like, I'm not even, like, I don't know. Like, I haven't done anything. I haven't even, like, made a spooky picture or anything for my profile picture for anything. I haven't done so sad. But I love October, and I love November. October and November. That's, like, my favorite time of the year. This year is flying by. It is flying by. I owe you? Like, since you couldn't raid them, you'll get them back next time. Ah! You know, I don't really know my acronyms very well. It's a lot of the times when people say something and I'm just like, what do you mean by that? I don't know what that even means. So, thank you for letting me know, Mr. Key. Yeah, I had no idea what that meant. Oh gosh. But yeah, I hadn't done anything for Halloween yet. I don't know if I even plan on doing anything. I was supposed to be doing like the series with my one friend, but then I like totally got unmotivated to do it. So now I'm like only have one video of that. So yeah. Maybe I'll think of like a scary game to play on Halloween. Halloween's a Thursday, so I'll have to probably stream pretty late. I don't know, I'll think about it, I guess. I have a whole month, I guess. And then the whole month's gonna pass by very fast. I know that for a fact. I don't know. I guess I'll see when the day comes. Sure, I'll think of something beforehand.
The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. How long have I been streaming for? Have I been streaming for like 3 hours? Because I'm wondering if I should probably end stream soon. Which sucks because you did kind of like just raid me, and I don't really want to like end stream because you just raided me, but like at the same time it is 3 hours and I do have work tomorrow. So like yeah, I know. That's nice having off tomorrow. I work tomorrow. I always work tomorrow. Really? Damn. The only days I have off, I guess are like Friday and Saturday, but my days off I'm spending doing college work. So do you really call that a day off? Probably not. So, yeah.
Uh, so I'm probably gonna end stream. Oh well, I will get you next time when hopefully whenever I stream next. I don't know. My stream schedule's kind of been all over the place because college and work and stuff. So yeah. I guess I will see everyone in the next stream. I don't know when that will be because I don't really have a stream schedule. And thank you, Anime Lover Dan, for rating me yet again. I still need to get you back. Not need to get you back 2 times. 2 whole times. Like, geez, like, gosh. Thank you, everyone else who has joined from, like, wherever you came from, like, either from Anime Lover Dan's stream, from, or just, like, from the Abyss. I don't know where you came from. Maybe you just came from, like, following me already and you got the notification. I don't know. But thank you, everyone, for joining the stream. Had a fun time. Finally finishing the second game of the trilogy, the first trilogy. So, and yeah, you should definitely follow Anime Lover Dan, because cool person right there. Okay, I'll see everyone next stream, whenever that is. I don't know when that'll be. I already said that, but you know. Oh wait, I have like other things to do. I forgot. I have like a Discord and like a YouTube, even though I don't really upload that often. And yeah, that's good enough. I'll see everyone next stream. Bye! Have a good time zone. I'm probably gonna go to bed after this.